Do you know the developmental milestones of a child? This is a question that's crucial to understand the growth and progression of a child. Developmental milestones are the skills or behaviors that most children can do at a certain age. They're split into 4 categories: gross motor, fine motor, speech and language, and adaptive and social skills. It's important to monitor these milestones because they help us gauge a child's development. Understanding these milestones can help you support your child's growth and development. Let's start with the first 4 months of your child's life. The first month is all about the basics. Your little one is learning to turn their head from side to side when lying on their back. Their hands are usually fisted, with the thumb tucked in. They might cry and startle to loud noises, but calm down when comforted. Moving on to the second month, your baby begins to raise their head briefly when lying on their stomach and holds their head erect when upright. You may notice them pulling at their clothes. They'll start to make a variety of sounds, like coos and gurgles. They'll also start to smile responsively, recognize your voice, and follow movement with their eyes. At 4 months, your baby will be lifting their head and chest when on their stomach and will hold their head steady when supported sitting. They'll briefly hold objects placed in their hand and reach for midline objects. They'll turn their head towards sounds and laugh responsively. They'll also start to show excitement when they see people, like moving their legs. These are the milestones your child should reach in the first 4 months. Now, let's move on to the milestones from 6 to 12 months. At 6 months, you'll notice some fascinating changes. Your child may start to sit in a tripod position and pivot in a prone position. Their fine motor skills are improving too, as they begin to transfer objects from hand to hand and bring objects to their mouth. You may also hear your child babbling, a precursor to speech. Don't be alarmed if they show signs of stranger anxiety. It's a normal part of their social and adaptive development. Fast forward to 9 months, and the progress continues. Your child will likely be sitting well without support, crawling, pulling themselves to stand, and even standing with support. You'll notice an early pincer grasp with a straight wrist, showing a fine motor advancement. On the speech and language front, expect to hear "mama dada" as your child begins to imitate words. They may also respond to "no," regardless of tone. Socially, they'll start playing games like peekaboo and reach to be picked up. Finally, at 12 months, your child should be able to get into a sitting position without help, stand without support, and walk while holding on. Their pincer grasp becomes neater, and they can release a ball with a throw. They should be able to understand and follow a one-step command, use facial expressions, sounds, and actions to make their needs known. They'll likely respond to their own name, showing a leap in their adaptive and social skills. By the end of the first year, your child should have achieved these developmental milestones. To summarize, we've covered the key developmental milestones from birth to 12 months. In the first 4 months, we've seen babies turn their heads, make sounds, and start to grasp objects. By 6 months, they're sitting up, transferring objects between hands, and starting to babble. As they approach their first birthday, they're standing, walking with support, and even starting to use words. Remember, every child develops at their own pace, but these milestones provide a general guideline of what to expect in your child's first year.